Hello. Hi, Mike. Hi. Happy Friday. I think it's Friday where you are too. Happy Friday. I hope you got something good waiting for you in the weekend. Um, I know that Hoyo just released new trailers for 4.4. I think it has something to do with Asat Pramad, but I will not be watching it tonight on stream because I need to finish stream as soon as possible so I can pick up one of my brothers from the airport. I have to pick him up in like 2-ish hours. Well, exactly 2 hours actually. Exactly 2 hours after this. So I need to be able to finish the stream at least by 1 hour and 30 minutes because it takes me that long to get to the airport. So anyway, we are gonna be continuing the same game that we were playing last time on Friday when I wasn't sick. So 2 Fridays ago. So this is the game where made by Hoyo. It's an otome game where we are a lawyer apparently. So let's just go. I don't remember much from what happened last time, so I may have to double check the what's it called, the evidence that we got. But I did, since last time, I did find out that the guys, the boys who their voice actors are. So I think this guy, his voice actor is Tsukuna. So Junichi Sawabe. It's Tsukuna. And this guy, no, it was him. Jun Fukuyama. He's done a bunch of stuff. He's very popular, but I will always only know him as Watanuki from XXX Holic because that's the only one I remember him from. And then this guy, if I'm not mistaken, he's Kageyama Tobio. So Genos from One Punch Man, Kageyama from Haikyuu. It's what's his name? Ishikawa Kaito. And of course we have Kaji Yuki, Eren Yeager, uh Kozume Kenma from Haikyuu. So yeah, I think those are all of the voice actors that as far as I know. I didn't check the main character though. Sorry, whoops, forgot about that. Uh but anyway, yeah, let's just continue. Okay, so we were investigating uh food poisoning case where it seems, at least my theory so far, is that the owner knows that it was sabotage, but he's trying to protect the person who poisoned a bunch of customers. It's not like anyone died, but it was serious enough that I think some of the customers are gonna sue. And then there's one guy who wants to this guy who wants to buy the restaurant, I think. And then there's a girl who is indebted to the owner because she's one of the kids that he basically sponsored through school. So yeah, let's just go. I just realized you can't hear the game. Okay, now you can hear the game. Oh, here it is. Let's double check the evidence folder. Food Safety Bureau's official incident report. The cause of the incident was determined to be insecticide. Right, it was insecticide. We found out that it's not the same kind of insecticide that they do use, but it's a separate insecticide that actually can hurt people. The restaurant doesn't use insecticide that can hurt people. Penny's Comfort Foods, Kensington Lane, Central Business District. The spring water used for the restaurant's seafood tofu soup was contaminated with insecticide powder. Food poisoning due to poor management. Insecticide 330 is the toxic substance mixed into the seafood tofu soup. Therefore, this is clearly a criminal case and not a food poisoning case. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That's all. Ooh, there's a bunch. That's all that I remember, I think. Alright, the fingerprint locks. We only recognize like 3 out of 4 fingerprints. Customer medical reports, everyone got upset stomachs. At most, they had to stay overnight at the hospital. Failed the hard sell. When he told you Vernon repeatedly, turned out Pedro, that's the guy who wants to buy the restaurant, I think. Water delivery. Water was delivered at 6 a.m. The restaurant was left unattended from 6:30 to 8. The fingerprints again. Okay, the pesticide was put into the water through the dispenser where we got fingerprints. we got the receipt for from the person who bought the insecticide. The receipt had fingerprints. The spring water was contaminated, and then yeah, 3 sets of fingerprints were found on the dispenser. One other remains unknown. Remember playing Amphorius when first got there? Didn't like it very much. Chrysos airs, whatever. Chrysos airs. But at the end of it, you love them so much. I also love them very, very much. I, to this day, will never get over Finon. I can't wait for Amphorius to basically reset so we can see the characters again. I miss them. Penny's Comfort Foods, right? This is the restaurant. You and Luke have determined that the suspect is someone closely related to Vernon and has conflict of interest with the restaurant. Okay, auto is not on. Okay. You suddenly think of Pedro, the man that Winnie had argued with. Vernon had rejected his sales offers. I think Vernon is the owner. Had rejected his sales offers several times, which constitutes a conflict of interest. Kajiyuki. Oh yeah, Kajiyuki is our childhood friend. Luke, Jake, he's our childhood friend. He studied, I think it was bioengineering, and then he got into private detectiving. And now he's helping us with this case, another case. I'm talking about Pedro, the sales manager from Delicart. Winnie told me about him back at the law firm. Winnie didn't tell you about him? Or is there something more to this? Tax capital. Okay, what does them going public have to do with this? Yeah, I did. I also heard that many smaller financial institutions are following suit. Oh! Does your, hirer, does the person who hired you think that there's fraud involved? Ah, right. I think they mentioned this before. Okay, I think I already played through this part before, but we can play through it again, just so I can get a refresher on stuff. What? Delicart's just a food review app. What's their goal? Okay. I to this day, I still don't really understand what it means to go public. But I do know that a lot of people consider that a bad thing. Ah, true. I guess. You're saying that Delicart intentionally sabotages its clients? Like review bombing a restaurant to force its owner to purchase Delicart's premium service to save the restaurant's reputation. Still, yeah, hard evidence is what we need. Even if you do have a hunch, and it seems like 2 separate cases are related. I didn't think this is what private detectives do nowadays. I mean, yeah, that's basically, from what I know, as far as I know, that's basically like 80 to 90% of private detectives' clientele, right? You said it, not me. I thought private detectives were all about solving cold cases. Oh, it would be nice if some of them actually did solve cold cases. That would be cool. Pedro happens to be a Delicart employee, so you might be right. Let's see if we can find some evidence here. I think we already found all this evidence before, right? Unless I'm supposed to find other evidences. Glass panes are so clean. We've already inspected that. Better move on. Am I missing something that I should have inspected before? Seems like we've already inspected all of this. Nothing here. Oh. Okay, so it's a different thing that we gotta inspect. What is that? Fish! Mr. Green's pretty amazing. He was the champion of last year's Stellis angling competition.
写真の諏訪さんはすごく明るく見えるな。今と違って。
But now he's not so cheerful. Now he's sad. This incident caused his restaurant to close down. Of course he'd be upset. I still love seafood. The only people who don't love seafood are people who are allergic. Of course I do. Arguably even more now. Seafood's low in fat, so I don't have to worry about gaining weight. Well, I don't love seafood because of that reason. I love seafood because it tastes great. Damn. Okay, Luca. Okay, Jake. You like some meat on your ladies, huh? I see. No way, I just bought a new dress. Okay, so this time we're looking for different kinds of evidence. An open kitchen. It's visually pleasing for customers. But if the chef messes up... Okay, yeah, I think she already said that before. Already inspected that, but move on. I can see the hint thing glowing purple, which means I'm missing something. Something on the counter, maybe? The computer? You access the computer on the checkout counter to check the restaurant's account logs. The expenditures look normal. Most of the costs are towards ingredients and Delacarte's monthly membership fee. Oh yeah, there are some restaurants who have that, huh? Expenditures for supporting underprivileged students are also recorded. Yeah, it would make more sense for them to target a restaurant that never, that was never a member, right? He's been a member since March of last year. Huh? Look. Look. Pedro's name is here. Also, Pedro is one of the students, one of the sponsored kids. Vernon used to send him $300 every month. We find Pedro's name among the list of underprivileged students that Vernon had supported. Pedro was one of the students that Mr. Green had helped? Maybe that's why he came after Mr. Green now? Maybe... Okay, that could also be why Mr. Green is trying to cover for him. Because he feels bad for... He still feels bad for Pedro. Maybe Pedro... Oh, I think I did say this last time. Maybe Pedro came to Mr. Green expecting him to support his new job, but Mr. Green said, no, I'll just get the normal subscription. I won't get the premium. And I guess that upset Pedro, and it made him sabotage the water. But... Or maybe he's thinking, if I do this to him, then he'll realize that I'm just trying to help. That going with Delicarte really is the best way. Maybe he's thinking that this is his way of helping out the man who helped him. The records show that Vernon had supported Pedro for a long time. Payments stopped in June last year, around the time Pedro would have graduated from college. Records of financial support for Pedro. Ishihara-san. Yes, the last 4 digits match the account number on the Insecticide 330 receipt. Okay, so he's our culprit. Yes, very suspicious indeed. Transaction records obtained. Okay, we already saw this as evidence before. Anything on the shelf? No. Maybe one of these? It's the restaurant's menu. Seafood, tofu soup, veggie delight, pan-fried pork chops. Now I'm hungry. Maybe something on... They won't let me stop here though, so maybe it's not something on the shelf. Something on that shelf. All these items can be redeemed with membership points. Mr. Green's really generous. Okay, maybe not that. Maybe something else on here. Notes. Shing! I haven't seen a handwritten customer feedback book in a long time. Many said the restaurant got review bombed on Delicarte once Mr. Green turned down Pedro's offer. The positive feedback in this book is proof that Delicarte hires ghostwriters to write negative reviews. Ah, there is a leaflet tucked between the pages. It's a quote from Delicarte on their premium services. This is just... Well, this just confirms that Pedro's the one behind it, right? PR services price quote obtained. I wonder if there's anything else on the table that we can look at. This maybe? No? The restaurant circuit breaker. I better not touch it. That's, I guess, the payment stuff. I also can't touch anything there. Already inspected. Oh, no. No, did I press confirm? Wait, I didn't mean to. Fuck, did I press confirm? Whoops. Restaurant, second floor. Winnie takes blood pressure monitor. Okay, we already did this part. Whoops. Sorry. I misclicked. Okay, let me just breeze through this. Okay, let me breeze through the part we already went through. I didn't mean to press that. I'm sorry. Okay, back to... I guess we'll do this all over again. Okay. Done. Okay, we also did the book. Ching. Okay, done. A point of sale terminal seems to be working fine. No, I wanna go to the computer. Computer. Da. Okay. Okay, now we can go and check out. We already checked out the water thing. The vent, maybe? Air vent? Maybe not. Is there maybe something else on the wine? No? Already cancel. Better move on. Return. Maybe something in here? No, doesn't look like it. On the shelf, this potted plant is thriving. Looks like it's cared for well. Wait, is that an earthworm wriggling in the soil? Oh my god, earthworm. In the earth. Who'da thunk it? Okay, I don't know what else there is. Oh, camera! Oh my god, I didn't know that was a camera. I thought it was just some random black square. Luke notices a CCTV camera high in the corner near the entrance. Damaged. What do you mean damaged? How long has it been damaged? The camera is high up near the ceiling. Luke stacks 2 chairs on top of each other before climbing up. However, they appear shaky and unsafe. I'll steady the chairs for you. Be careful. Hante wa? Luke's movements are nimble. He swiftly detaches the camera from its wall mount. Only once Luke's feet are back on the floor do you relax. Your neck is sore from looking up. Huh. So, okay, this is what they meant by it's damaged. Looks like the screen part. Oh no, it's also got a crack here. Okay, the glass part there, I don't know what it's called. And a crack there. Big crack, actually. I guess someone threw it? Okay, it looks like there's 3 things I got a note on this thing. The lens, that's what it's called. The lens is shattered. The camera's not in an easily accessible location, so how did this happen? Maybe someone threw something at it? It's possible that the culprit tried to break it after discovering it. Key clue acquired. Crack. It's a crack. Oh, is that all? So I can't eject it. Okay. Is the memory card still in there? I'm pressing this crack. Okay, there it is. Wi-Fi receiver. Netto server. It wouldn't have helped us anyway. Surveillance footage is usually kept on the cloud for only 14 days. Any videos from the incident are probably gone now. Alright, that's all. Damaged security camera obtained. Oh no, it's still there. So did the book and the computer and the pooter both count as just one hint? I guess they do. What else was I supposed to check out here? Did I not already check out Pretty Amazing Champion? I thought I already checked this out. Huh. You've already inspected it, better move on. Okay, last one. Nothing here. Oh, there. Oh my god, it's so small. Is this photo of Mr. Green's family? While searching the bookshelf, you come across a picture frame hidden amongst the recipes. Oh! Mr. Green was quite handsome back in his prime, but now he seems a bit haggard. Are you really blaming a guy for aging? Come on. I hope this blows over so he can get back on his feet. Man in the picture. Woman in the picture. This must be Mr. Green's wife, Penny. She's beautiful. They do. Her smile's so gentle. She must have been a kind-hearted person. It's such a pity. And they had a son, apparently. Is that supposed to be Pedro? Is this Mr. Green's son? I forgot what Pedro looked like, so is that him? Or maybe he's adopted? Maybe that's not his son. Maybe it's like a nephew or something. She's only been in Stellis for a month. It's understandable that she doesn't know everything about his family. I feel like the boy in the photo seems familiar. Is it Pedro? I mean, in that case, makes sense that he'd be paying for Pedro's university and stuff. I mean, that's his son. I mean, yeah, Pedro is the only named character that we met who isn't one of the love interests. You know, who's a guy as well. I really can't remember. Okay, anything on the back? There is. It is Pedro. You remove the photo to see if there's a date on the back, but you find another photo wedged behind the photo frame. It's Pedro. March 2028. Oh my god, this is in the future. Future! 2 years ago, so it's 2030 now. Why would Pedro's photo be with Mr. Green's family photo? Much older than Pedro. Okay, so I was wrong. I jumped to conclusions. You'll have to ask Mr. Green about it then. Unless Pedro is like his grandson? Maybe? Maybe he's his son's son? There's nothing else of interest. Time to organize everything I have. Oh, incomplete. Cancel. End. What else did I miss? After going through this scene again, you now have a clearer picture of the person responsible for the food poisoning incident. Now, we're sure Delicart, or rather, Pedro, tried to market premium services to Mr. Green. Yep, we know that. However, we can't implicate him with only a receipt. He could argue that he dropped it in the restaurant after the incident. Yeah, he could also say, oh, I lost my card like 2 weeks ago. Oh yeah, have we checked? We gotta check the memory card. But the camera... What do you not have in that well, not sling bag, in that pocket of yours, in all those pockets? This is why women clothes need more pockets. Look at all the things, all the little gadgets and gizmos we can keep in them. That's amazing. Wouldn't expect anything less from my Sherlock. Aw. Kureyo? Luke pulls out all sorts of gadgets from his pockets. Before he can start, Vernon comes downstairs with Winnie's assistance. Oh, he heard us. Damn it. We should have been keeping our voice down. Vernon was the one who did it? Dun dun dun. I guess he must have done it to cover Pedro's tracks, maybe? Oh! A couple is picking the restaurant's camellias for selfies. Seeing this almost made Vernon's heart disease flare up. Proceed. Auto build? Optimize? Maybe? No? Boss attribute is that one. Okay, I don't remember what can beat the green one. Okay, hold on. I'll need the SSR. What can build the green one? I forgot. Oh my god, I don't remember. Let me just have maybe 2 of each then. 2 of that. And 2 of the green. No, I can't have 2 of the green. Okay. Maybe these 2 would be okay. Start debate. I really don't remember what can beat the green one. TikTok depression. Nice spirit. Oh, purple beats green. You sure? Okay, it was red that beats green. I completely forgot. They're just flowers. You're making a big deal out of it. Okay, let me take out this one first with blue one. Okay, it's gonna take me a while to remember all of the stuff that I've forgotten. Just a flower, you're being so stingy. Wave 2? Use this for yourself, you'll get tons of likes. Babe, no, the camellias clash with your outfit. Replenish. Which one? That is all. I win. And that man is now dead. I forgot about the random fights, the random debates that we had to do. By the way, Spirit, hi. Welcome. I hope you've been well today. Penny's comfort foods again. Mr. Green, you... You and Luke are both surprised by Vernon's sudden confession that he was the one who broke the CCTV camera. And that someone is your grandson! Nishihara Kaito is his name in Japanese. Vernon walks to a table and sits down without saying a word. Ungrateful scum. Give him an inch and he takes a mile. Winnie silently looks at Vernon with an irate expression on her face, then turns away, biting her lip. Other than a long sigh, Vernon shows no sign of wanting to tell you the truth. Come on, man, the truth will set you free. Tell me! His strange behavior reminds you of the family photo and Pedro's photo on the bookshelf. That's it. Pedro's the one who looks like the boy in the photo. Could that be the reason why Mr. Green's hiding the truth? Mr. Green, forgive me if what I'm about to say is too personal. We'd found photos of your family and Pedro on the bookshelf. Are you protecting him because he resembles your son? Oh, it's just a resemblance? Like, not because they're actually related? Brennan looks at you with surprise and then lets out another long sigh. What do you mean, disappointed you? What'd he do? How did you know? You hand Vernon the photo you found on the bookshelf. The boy in this photo is your son? Peter! Oh, sorry, I cut you off, Vernon. What happened? Oh. He doesn't true mommy? He doesn't understand true mommy or something? Oh, and he got isekai'd. He got truck-cooned. He never returned. Ah, that's when you started. Okay. He thought it's all about Big Booba. I mean, for some reason, it is. For some reason, I mean, for some people, it is all about Big Booba. Oh, man. You lose your wife 2 years after you lose your son. That's gotta be hard. I'm so sorry, Mr. Green.
私は葵食堂を始め、多くの人に葵の料理を食べてもらおうと思った。西原海斗は
Oh, he was a part-timer, so his fingerprint could be the fourth one.
大学の受験に挑もうとしていた。毎晩仕事が終わった後も
Pedro and Peter. I see.
そんな海斗
So he was the first kid you helped sponsor, maybe? No, he did say he and his wife did that before she died, so not the first kid then. Damn, Winnie, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about this guy saying that he's different from all the rest of you? Understand your disappointment so big, can't even die. Yeah, for mommy characters, it's not just about Big Boobas. It's about the rest of her figure too. It's also about her characteristics. She has to be like a mom. That's the whole point. Sounds like the Pedro back then was a good and honest person. It's not his fault he poisoned the water. Did they put a gun to his head? Did they threaten to fire him? If they did, then yeah, that could be considered forcing him to do it. We could definitely contest that in court. Delicard forced him? How do you know? It's changed after he got this big shot job. Damn. Okay. Well, yeah, I would consider that forcing. If they actually put their hands on him, yeah, that does count as forcing. You could definitely contest this in court. Pedro kneels before Vernon, bitterly sobbing. His cheeks are swollen and purple palm prints are visible on his skin. He was obviously beaten. No. Why do they never want to call the cops? I mean, I understand in real life, but in stories, come on. In stories, the cops are usually the good guys. Oh? What? What? If the second any boss or manager told me to do that, I would have quit on the spot. I would have left. Motivation boost. Do you work for an MLM or something? This sounds like some MLM shit. And sometimes the cops are only sometimes good. They were gonna reduce my salary for not reflecting on my mistakes. Yeah, that's fucking criminal for them to do that. Yeah, fucking quit! Yeah, the job market does suck right now, huh? Finally graduated from college. I can't go back to doing manual labor. I'm sure there's one company desperate enough, you know? There's never, it's never too late for something. You are standing. Good to know, Spirit. You want to stay in the city. What Delicard did was absolutely illegal. He should have listened to you and resigned and then sued them. Afraid of poverty. I don't want to go back to being poor. I don't want to be one of the poorest. Continued support for him. What if the bruises were fake and they were just makeup? It was just Pedro making all of that up just so he can meet his target. True, mommy isn't about mommy. Then what is it about?
あなたに様々な課金サービスを勧めてきた。例えば、
そうだ。
Oh, sorry, I cut you off, Kajiyuki.
上級プランに加入するために
4,500?
30万円
Normal membership is 300, and then premium is 4,500?
到底負担できないか
I mean, obviously you can't afford that. What the fuck? That with that 4,500, they better be like massaging my feet every night.
私はカイトの頼みを断った
You drink black coffee, you need to sober up. Okay.
追い詰められ道を踏み外してしまった
Pushed him down the crooked path.
すべてミールキャットのせいだ悪評を流したり雇った人間に店でケチをつけさせる奴らがよくやる手口だ
Oh, right next door, huh? How come the restaurant owners never teamed up to file a lawsuit together?
告発するにも
No evidence, yeah.
私にはカイトがミールキャットの一員になっていくのを黙って見ているしかなかった
As Pedro learned their evil ways, they turned him bad. My good boy, they made him bad.
事故を起こしたのがカイトだと分かった
Okay.
だからボトルを洗い、
That's why you washed the tanks, cleaned up the insecticide, even destroyed the CCTV camera. All of it was to protect him. Disappointment is immeasurable. Go sober up first, at least, Spirit, before you continue talking about mommies. Before you type something you'll regret.
それは
おじいさん、あいつをかばったら葵食堂は食中毒を起こした悪評だけが残って経営が難しくなりますよ。諏訪おばあちゃんが残してくれた美味しいレシピ。
Yeah, what about your wife's legacy? Isn't that more important than some punk kid?
真実をすべて話そうとも考えただがあの子を牢屋に入れたくない
I guess it's not more important than some punk kid.
ほんの気の迷いだったんだでも前科がついてしまったら彼の人生は終わりだ
I mean, this is what I don't get when people say, oh, this person he killed someone when he was 17. That's too young to face the consequences of his actions. What do you mean? What do you mean? There's no age limit to facing the consequences of your actions. Your precious Pedro poisoned 4 people. 4 people had to go to the hospital because of him. He deserves to face the consequences of his actions. Again, he had other options. Like you said, he could have quit. He could have gone to the police. And instead, he chose to poison people for the bad guys, for the people who threatened him. Really? She said she was 12? Where did that come from? Who said what was 12?
今回の食中毒事件はミールキャットの違法業務を摘発する突破口になる。西原さんさえ証言してくれれば。
君は若いからわからないんだ。私だってあの会社をどうにかしてやりたい。だがとても手に負える相手じゃない。
So you're just gonna let them get away with it, huh? Like, okay, if he'd said this first, then I would have understood. Yeah, bringing a big company to court would have been super expensive. That I would have understood. But he said the main reason, the first reason that he cited was that he wanted to cover for Pedro. That I could not get behind. It didn't stop us from investigating, though. A part of you wants the truth to come out, doesn't it? In law 17 equals 12. You didn't even realize what you said until right now. Oh yeah, we were trying to conceal our identity. I'm sorry, Mr. Green. Basically the same, right? If a 12-year-old also killed someone, I would also believe that he deserves to face the consequences of his actions.
店を調べても何も出てこないだろう。そう高をくくっていたんだが、どうやら君たちを見くびっていたようだ。稽古も随分と諦めが悪い。さっき上で事情をすべて稽古に話した。
Oh, you already told her everything.
君たちと同じように 稽古も私を説得しようとした。
The law won't agree.
君たちが私のためを思ってくれてるのはわかる。
Sometimes laws are wrong. Sometimes.
カイトはどうなる?
Vernon turns around and starts going upstairs. You open your mouth to say something when the restaurant's door suddenly swings open. Who would be here at this time? You look towards the front door and... Is it Pedro? It is Pedro. Damn, wasn't that smirk? See, that smug smile is the reason why I don't feel sorry for you right now. When are we getting to court? Okay, here's the trial date. Okay, it's gonna be soon. Ding. Okay, what do you gotta say for yourself, buddy? Upon seeing you and Luke inside with Winnie and Vernon, Pedro freezes for a moment, but then he sneers. Balder? I forgot he did mention that name before. Who is he? Some big shot lawyer? I feel like I am one of those people who feels like when you do something wrong, you should definitely face the consequences of your actions, you know? Sorry for the hot take. The black coffee had something to do with Himeko. Completely off the deep end. They've changed you, man. Pedro. Vernon is not in good health. Worried that Pedro might become rowdy, you start to step in between the two. However, Luke places a hand on your arm and gently squeezes it. Jake, let me at him! Don't rush. He winks at you and flashes something from his pocket. A recording pen. Oh, like the one in Zootopia. Does he think Pedro may get emotional and reveal the truth about everything? Are there any laws against recording people without their consent in Themis or whatever this city is called? Well, of course we do. What happened at this restaurant wasn't a food poisoning accident, but a case of deliberate contamination. It was sabotage. We found a receipt showing that you bought a toxic insecticide. What do you think about that? Pedro sees the evidence you and Luke collected on the table behind you, and his expression immediately changes. You've loved both Himeko and since Honkai Impact 3rd. I mean, in Honkai Impact 3rd, Himeko drank beer. I, to this day, have not drank beer, and I would not drink beer, even for Himeko. Speak for yourself! Yeah, fuzakenaide. What did he ever do to you? Yeah, all he's done is like give you money. That's pretty much it. Okay, what did he do to you, huh? So? Does he know how hard it is to relocate and survive here? So you're blaming the old man for your choice to stay in the city? Excuse you, again, let me ask, did he put a gun to your head and, like, tell you that if you didn't stay in the city, he would kill you? Comforts you. I mean, again, I understand. The prices these days are shit, are complete BS. But, come on, you could always choose to leave, you're an adult now. You like coffee, but not cold coffee. I personally like coffee, but my doctor says it's bad for me, so I've stopped drinking it. So these days, the most caffeine I get, I guess, is from tea. I mean, I guess if the father has the money to spare, but that don't mean that he has to give you 4,500 to pay for a premium subscription that he doesn't want. Ine. Equitable. Nani ga warui? There's so much warui about this.
なのに今まで支援してきた学生は誰も助けちゃくれない。
I mean, Winnie's here.
こいつの援助が切られたら大学
Except you. Oh, so just because it's Winnie, it doesn't count?
これが偽善者への報いだ。どうだ、うちのサービスを受ける気になったか。
Uchino Sabiso.
お前がはいとさえ言えば今月のノルマは
Everyone is shocked by Pedro's shamelessness. Vernon stares incredulously at Pedro, deeply wounded by his words. See, this is the monster. Yeah, this trick monster. The monster that you're trying to protect. Did he collapse? The quiet restaurant is suddenly filled with the sound of Vernon's rapid breathing. He clutches his chest and kneels in pain. Pedro, you're gonna cause an old man to die, Pedro. That might not be murder, but it could at the very least be manslaughter, Pedro. You and Luke move to check on Vernon, but Pedro suddenly makes a beeline for the evidence on the table. Luke swiftly seizes his wrist. Yeah, go Jake! Go Kajiyuki!
お前話せよ。
I can now see where your priorities lie. Pedro, you are true scum. Pedro's face pales from the pain. Unable to free himself from Luke's grip, Pedro swings his free fist towards Luke. Luke blocks the hit and twists Pedro's wrist. Of course, the love interest has to be good at fighting as well. One glass of Coke will make me feel better. Okay, go find your Coke. You like Diet Coke, right? I'm sure there's somewhere selling it right now. Pedro screams as Luke locks his arm behind his back. Luke pins Pedro down with an expression as merciless as a sharpened blade. Scum. Yeah, Coke does look like coffee. Fizzy coffee.
今回の事件、もしあなたが全て会社に強いられたと証明してくれれば、罪を軽くしてあげられるかもしれない。
Reduced sentence, but a sentence nonetheless. Kashiki, oh my god, hi! It's been so long. I've been doing well. I've recovered from my sickness. I hope you're okay too. You have an entire box, okay. Go enjoy your entire box of Diet Coke then.
うちの背後にはパックスグループがいるんだ。お前らごときじゃ手に負えない。
So what? We have justice and the law on our side. So what if the PAX group's owned by wealthy Von Hagans? Their money means nothing before the law. Justice is blind. Supposedly. That's what you want to believe, huh? I'll be defending Mr. Green in court, and I'll take this case to the Supreme Court if I have to, even against the PAX group. Who you is? He's an old chatter, an old friend, Kashiki. Finally, you've taken off the rose-tinted glasses and seen him for the color that he really is. A scummy green. Luke drags Pedro to the door and shoves him outside. You don't want to know what'll happen if you do. I'm sorry, Kajiyuki, you just don't sound so menacing with this voice register. Try speaking more like Eren Yeager. And the power of plot armor, anime, protag, and law on my side. You have that too? Okay, I'm ready. Luke closes the door and briefly interacts with the smart lock, deleting Pedro's fingerprints from its database. Intimidated by Luke, Pedro picks himself up and scurries away. Mr. Green, should we call an ambulance for you? Winnie gave Vernon his emergency medication, but you're still worried. He doesn't want the ambulance? I'm guessing this place is one of those countries where you have to pay for the ambulance ride, huh? Of course, I am the protagonist. I am always right. You should always listen to me. Mommy isn't about booba or body type. It's about their personality. I mean, yeah, I was right. Does very motivated alpha not agree with that? Sure. You can never compare to me. I'm the main character. You're too kind. Well, just because she's a virtuous lawyer don't mean that she's a good lawyer. May be the main character, but I've never been in court before, I don't think. After Vernon signs the representation agreement, you and Luke decide to repair the CCTV camera at Luke's office so Vernon can rest. You feel reassured knowing that Winnie is taking care of Vernon. Audio recording. Mr. Green, we'll take our leave now. Bye-bye. Leaving the restaurant, Luke says that his office is in the same house that his parents left him, which isn't too far from Penny's Comfort Foods. It's better to walk the short distance rather than hailing a taxi and getting stuck in traffic. Oh, we're walking! I just made the game a little louder on my end. It's kind of... it's kind of faint. Why are you staring at me like that? Haven't seen you in ages. There's a lot I want to tell you. Why is there a butt, Spirit? Why do you need to add a butt? The mommies already have big butts. I don't know where to start. How far is this walk? Like, if I just left it like this, will we just keep walking? Just around the same block? It's not limited to that? What else would you add? This is such a guy thing to say. There's no need for words. Excuse you. I am a yapper. Words are all I have. Don't keep everything to yourself. I want to know. There are things. What other things is there? What else is necessary to make the ultimate mommy? Luke, when did you come back? Why didn't you come see me? Last week? And you didn't see me immediately last week? How dare you? How's my child? My child is doing fine. He's grown big and strong now, a little too strong. He attacks my hands and feet a lot. I now have extra scars and scratches on my hands and feet. Which is fine, you know. Apparently, I looked it up. Apparently, that's normal for kittens that were raised by humans. They don't have other cats to teach them to be gentler when they play. And, well, I guess I'm a little sad that my older cat doesn't like him. My older cat hates other cats. All other cats in general. So, you know, it's not really surprising. But still, I would have hoped they would have gotten along. She doesn't like whenever he comes into her territory. So for now, I'm just letting Aang stay in my room while she gets the rest of the house. I am a yapper, see? You guys know. Oh, that's right. Early on, when we started in the prologue, I think he was investigating some warehouse. Meow, 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 meow. I didn't know you spoke cat, Spirit. Okay, what else do I have to... Yeah, don't you do that with everyone you meet? Of course, I want to see how much taller you've grown. How come you get to keep growing past 20? You're probably at least 180 centimeters now. How much is that in feet? In foots? 180, I think. That's 5'9", I think. On the dot. How do you like that? Okay, what else can I touch? Oh, the key. We still have that key. I think it was supposed to be the key to her house, or like her childhood home, to just let him know that he can always come back whenever he feels like it. Neck? Compared to before, your skin is... Why are we looking at his skin now? Tanned. I mean, what's wrong with tan skin? RE for original Ashley voice line. Oh, it's 6 feet, not 5'9". Whoops. You know, because you're 181. Sure. I mean, I can't confirm it, so I'll just choose to believe you, Spirit. I was actually gonna say that you're still as pale as ever. Yep, you know this was made by an Asian country for them to care about the tone of the skin. Haven't you been doing lab experiments all these years? How do you tan in a lab? There's more?
俺の事務所まであともうちょいだ。すぐ着くからな。
Oh, I want to see your office. This will be my first time in the detective's office. Looking forward to it, Detective Pierce.
任せろ。絶対がっかりさせないからさ。
If it doesn't have like 21 Baker Street on the door, then I'm not going in. I'll be calling you out as a fake Sherlock fan. You and Luke chat and laugh all the way to his office. However, the sign in front of you... Luke, this 3-story building is your house, right? What is this? Times Antiquities? Oh? I guess his house got bought? Shouldn't it be something like Pierce Private Investigations? Did you rent out the first floor?
世間じゃ探偵のことよく思ってない人もいる。人の弱みを
Oh.
握って暴くって。
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Is that Kaji Yuki? It is! It's Eren Yeager!
だからそこの古物屋
It's Kozume
タイ
Kenma!
ルズショップはカモフラージュ。
It's Alibaba!
事務所は2階にある
It's
んだ。
Meliodas! So that's it. Initially, you thought that the storefront was only a cover. However, after entering the shop, you feel as if you've stepped into another world. Are we gonna meet another love interest here? Antique shop. The shop isn't large, but it's filled with all sorts of antiques from different time periods. Aaron VA, oh my god. One of the other love interests is Sukuna's VA. And another one is Genos, or like Genos from One Punch Man, or Kageyama Tobio from Haikyuu. And another one is Watanuki from XXX Holic. A striking clock faces towards you, a golden magpie perches on a branch, the beating of its wings synchronized with the clock's movements. A wooden music box on an adjacent shelf is playing Claire de Lune by Claude Debussy. Oh my god, this song. I think Twilight made it famous. When you draw closer, you catch a whiff of sandalwood. Debussy. A beautiful... I swear, if that guy were alive today, his name would take on a whole different meaning. He'd be like Gen Alpha, or like whatever generation is right now. He'd be picked on so much. A beautiful carved kerosene lamp, complete comic sets, a brass table lamp inspired by biblical stories. My grandma still uses a kerosene lamp. No idea where she gets the kerosene from, but she lights it up every night. Karasuno's a setter, it's a love interest. He is! He's one of the love interests. It's as if you've traveled back in time from the current year, 2030.
ようこそタイムズショップへ。なかなかいい雰囲気だろ。
Ignore my media. They may not be true antiques, but items from last century have a certain charm to them. This is all your collection?
コレクションとは言えないな。手元に残しておきたいものもあれば、こいつらを必
He
要
left
として渡
Hinata!
すこともある。
Oh my god, no! I mean, technically, Hinata left him when he left for Brazil.
すべてのものに唯一無二の思い出がある。
Anyone like those rotary phones? They're so cool. My grandma has one, but it's not, it's not used anymore. She basically just keeps it on a shelf. But yeah, it does look very, very cool, and it's so heavy. It's like, I think even to this day, I can't really pick it up all that well. No. Luke walks to the counter. With a press of a button, the ordinary counter morphs into a high-tech workstation. But hey, but they... This must be the youngest item in the shop.
10分もあればカメラを直してメモリを取り出せる。タイムを測ったっていいぞ。
No, I trust you. I don't need to time anything. Okay, then, starting from now.
え、おい、ずるいぞ。まだ道具準備してないのに。
Your exaggerated motions of starting a timer on your phone urged Luke to hastily break out his toolbox from underneath the workstation. I thought they were light as in the character, or are you talking about Kageyama and Hinata? They were the light and the shadow and the dark. Or is that Haikyuu? Luke is silent as he concentrates on the... No. The light and shadow thing is... what's it called? It's the other sports anime, Kuroko no Basket. Luke is silent as he concentrates on the task at hand. This reminds you of him studying in the library for a competition all those years ago. I think all of the love interests have that eye pupil, this symbol thing. The Luke before you was no longer the excitable and impulsive youth from your memories. He has grown into a mature and reliable man. Is this the result of 8 years' worth of study? You suddenly feel a bit sad that you two missed so much of each other's lives. Oh, Light Yagami. Light from Death Note. I don't think Jun Fukuyama is Light, and I don't think Kajiyuki definitely isn't Light either. I know the voice actor, but I forgot his name. But yeah, I know Light's voice actor, and it's not any of the love interests, I think. Delete. How are your parents? I haven't had the time to visit. Okay. When I was in university, mom and dad were recruited. Okay, I thought she was gonna say, when I was in university, mom and dad died. Were recruited as researchers to a secret research project, like you. Oh, so they also got roped into human experimentation? Luke's hands abruptly pause. Yeah, no contact with the outside world allowed. How does that not raise your suspicions, child? They still regularly send me holiday postcards and money, though. I don't know when they'll return, but they're both research fanatics. I think they'll be fine. Luke seems relieved after hearing you say this, but he resumes his work. And he resumes his work. She did say that she received letters. She didn't say that she was sending letters back. I'm not sure if that's allowed. Wow, you're such an adult now. You sure you aren't planning to stir up some trouble? I used to always get scolded because you dragged me into one thing or another. Yamero! Alright. Timer, stop. 7.5 minutes. You're amazing. You take the memory card from Luke and insert it into your tablet. The surveillance footage shows the restaurant's front door. You fast forward to the target time frame and play at double speed. Sure enough, Pedro appears on the video. Yeah, little thing. There he is. He entered the restaurant at 7:28 a.m. and left at 7:43 a.m. That's a long time. More than enough time to commit the crime. It takes that long to poison people? In the video, you see Pedro putting his hand into a bulging pocket, which most likely holds the insecticide 330. Either that or he's just happy to see the old man. Remember the moment they go to sleep, or do you just wake up? Depends on how tired I am. Sometimes I remember. Sometimes I don't. You know, last night... not last night. Just, yeah, this morning, I woke up thinking it was already Tuesday and that I completely missed a whole day. That I completely missed streaming. I completely missed eating or waking up. I missed an entire Friday. And then I realized, oh, it's Friday. Good. However, due to the angle of the camera, the surveillance footage doesn't show Pedro actually committing the crime. Oh. Like light setting switching. Front door surveillance video obtained. Video captured not only Pedro, but the worker who delivered the tank of spring water, as well as Vernon and his caretaker leaving from and returning to the restaurant. The last part of the video shows Vernon destroying the CCTV camera after the Food Safety Bureau staff had left. Yeah, probably after hearing what happened to his neighbors. He's probably not familiar with technology or only remembered the memory card was still inside after breaking it. Yeah, he didn't put it directly into the water. He just added it around the rim of the dispenser pump thing. We collected quite a bit of evidence today. I'll need to organize it all for use in court on Wednesday. Yeah, thank you for the tetsudai. We can now visit the lake. The visit feature has been unlocked. Let's check it out. Lake. I can visit water. Oh. On this map of Stellus, you can see all the characters you can visit. Unlock more by progressing through the main story. For now, let's first visit Luke. Oh, oh, this is his office. You can interact with the character here to increase his character affection and read his personal story. Why do we need to read his personal story? We were childhood friends. What case? The case is food poisoning caused by an ungrateful boy. Ungrateful scum. Earn affection from Luke by swiping across him or playing games with him. Every day you can earn up to 1,000 affection across all visits. So 1,000 for each character. This old man, our client, he has a habit of helping out a bunch of kids by basically sponsoring them through college, you know, paying for their college tuition and stuff. And one of the kids that he sponsored is now sabotaging him, trying to force him to buy the premium membership for his food PR service. And well, the old guy did it because the scummy guy thinks that, you know, because he thinks the scummy guy looks like his dead son, and he just wanted to be a good person, and he's covering for that scummy guy. But then scummy guy showed his true colors, and now we are taking scummy guy to court. Oh, I didn't want to do this yet. Progress through a character's personal story by increasing your affection with them. Don't forget to visit. Let's continue with the main story. Yeah, main story first. Main story first. X note. Pretty nice of them. Okay, just a little more, and then we go to court. We go to trial. Antique shop. While organizing evidence with Luke, you suddenly think of something important. The chemical analysis and fingerprints we obtained may not be admissible evidence. Why not? I need to send them to the police to be reassessed by a qualified professional. Okay. Alright, they need to prove that we didn't tamper with that evidence. Just as valid as actual police? Yours? How are you? Of course, you are one of the love interests. You can't just be an ordinary private detective. You gotta be a special private detective. Luke is definitely hiding something from you. You're gonna have a long chat with him once you have the time. I have a feeling he was experimented on after high school or something. Why not both? Why can't we go after both? We don't have enough evidence at this time to implicate Delicard. Okay, just Pedro then. First things first, I'll have to prove that Pedro was the perpetrator. Then the judge can dismiss the plaintiff's claims for compensation from Mr. Green. True. He is still getting sued by the people who got poisoned. Motivated Alpha, hello! You better hide, Motivated Alpha. Spirit is a little pissed at you. Find connection. Start analysis. Pedro's motives must be established first before he can be considered a suspect. Line connections. Okay. Failed hard sell. Pedro's performance pressure. Connection found. Pedro's motive was Delicard's pressure on him to reach his sales target. Mr. Green did say that Delicard punishes employees in a humiliating way if they don't reach their targets. They don't just punish the employees, they basically torture them, forcing them to, like, hit themselves 50 times. Pedro could have reached his target if Mr. Green purchased Delicard's premium service. But Winnie said that Mr. Green turned him down on numerous occasions, which may have pushed him to take such drastic measures. I mean, I guess as long as customers keep coming, then who cares about negative reviews? That's not that bad. Just don't hit yourself hard. Apparently he was like forced to, like, what was the word? Slap himself until he bruised up all over. His face was bruised when he showed up. But seeing what kind of scum he is, he may have been lying about that. Or he may have exaggerated it and, like, used makeup to make the bruises appear or something. Exactly. Now that we have a motive, we need to prove. Oh, does he have an alibi for that time frame? Could Pedro have contaminated the water in the established time frame? The receipts and entry exit times? Can I do 3 connections? No. Testimony of water delivery, Pedro's entry exit times. Yeah, that's pretty bad. It did look bad, but again, Pedro's kind of scummy, so I'm not sure if that was actual bruises or if it was, you know, just makeup. And when Vernon did say go to the police, he did decline, so maybe, you know, he declined because they weren't real bruises. The surveillance video shows that Pedro was in the restaurant at a time that Mr. Green said no one was around. But by then, the spring water had already been delivered. But
映像に西原さんが映ってるけど、滅中さみれがない。犯行を証明するには他の
rules for the
証拠が必要だ。
crime. Pedro, yeah, his name in Japanese is different. It's just the English name that they chose. Like in Japanese, this guy's name isn't Luke. I forgot what his name is, but they call him something else. How do I prove that Pedro had the insecticide? The receipt and the records of financial support? Lie, awareness, eyewitness, clues. The receipt shows part of the purchaser's payment account number, which matches Pedro's personal bank account number from the restaurant's transaction records.
ああ、
Pedro
彼
also.
は自らボロを出してくれた。
Alright, end analysis. That is all. We all saw him operating the smart lock and entering the restaurant. Now we have proof that the fingerprints on the receipt and in the smart lock's database belong to Pedro. Pascal, that means he was the one who had the toxic insecticide.
西原さんが素直に認めなければ、法廷で退出することもできるだろう。
Oh yeah, that is something they do. Like if the other person denies it, then you can ask to, you know, prove that in court. Like OJ with the gloves or what's his name? That one serial killer and his bite marks. Pedro must have brought the receipt to the restaurant while he was committing the crime, else it wouldn't have found its way under the cabinet by accident.
食堂の水差しで発見したレシートの指紋。そして滅中さみれの成分。
Chemical composition.
自己鑑定報告書にもあったように、食中毒を招いた成分と滅中さみれの成分は一致してる。けど、
What more buts? There's still room for Pedro to bluff his way out. What can he say to that? He could claim that he bought the insecticide and took apart the dispenser but didn't go through with it. Oh. I mean, I just fumbled with the dispenser. I was gonna do it, but I didn't.
西原さん
We
の
don't have
犯
more
行だ
direct
と証明
evidence.
する決定的な証拠が足りない。それでも、諏訪さん以外の犯行だと証明するだけの
And if
材
this
料
is based on Japan, if there's even like 1% chance that he didn't do it, then he won't be charged guilty. I think that's what it is. If anyone has even slight doubt, then he won't be charged. Once this becomes a criminal case, Mr. Green will be off the hook. We'll also have more time to find more evidence.
今日はこれくらいにしておこう。
Kyowa,
久しぶりの再会を祝して、飯でもどうだ？
as long as you're paying free food. Oh, sorry, Luke, but I don't have much of an appetite. I should head back to the office and organize everything. I'm really grateful for what's that face for all your help today, but let's do this another time. I'll be off.
なら、事務所まで送ってくよ。調子悪そうだし、何かあったら大変だ。
Okay. Luke calls a taxi and escorts you to the law firm's ground floor. You enter the elevator and lean against the wall, watching Luke's concerned face gradually disappear as the elevator doors close. You feel the weight of everything sinking in. Mr. Green is the victim, right? Yep, he's the old man who's been paying for Pedro all throughout college. Exhaustion and distress set in, and you can't help but slowly fall to the ground, hugging your calves. Why are you so stressed, girl? What will happen to Vernon and his restaurant? How can you bring Delicart to justice? By being a lawyer, by lawyering. You are a lawyer. You got this. You need more self-confidence. Will your first collaboration with Luke as an adult end in failure? You won't accept that. Yeah, for Luke, I guess, not for the old man. When you return to the office and see its familiar logo, something important hits you. Very motivated alpha. Yeah, apparently it's about mommies. Isn't the PAX group our own client? Chills go down your spine as you realize the implications of this situation.
どうした？事件の捜査は順調か？
It's Sukuna! His voice actor, at least. As soon as you see Artem, the weight on your shoulders doubles. Mr. Wing, isn't the PAX group our client?
そうだが、今回の件にパックスが関わっていたのか？
Well, let's just say they're not involved. This isn't a simple food poisoning case, but a premeditated criminal case. Pedro Brooks from Delicart poisoned the water. Delicart seems to be affiliated with the PAX group.
それがどうした？パックスに脅されたとでも？
Well, they didn't. Pedro did. Does that count as them threatening me? Not PAX, but Pedro.
君はどう返した？
Kozo. Gambari. I told him that even the Von Hagen family isn't above the law and that I'd take this fight to the Supreme Court if I have to. I had an adrenaline rush when I said that, but we're in trouble now, Mr. Wing.
よくやった。さすがテミスの人間だ。
Kasuga. Huh?
パックスはまだ正式にミールキャットに投資していないし、
Not
たとえ投資
officially.
していたとしても何も怖がることはない。
Okay.
パックスがミールキャットの肩を持ってうちとの提携を断つなら
So
それも
be it.
構わない。
Huh. Okay. Alright.
パックス取
As long as Sukuna says so.
泉清則、もしくは
Austin Von
後
Hagen.
継者の泉圭が
Marius Von Hagen. Oh, I think Marius is one of
教
the
えてくれ。
love interests, I think. He's the one voiced by Kageyama.
なんならパックスを破産
I'll
させ
help you
ても
sue them
構わない
into bankruptcy. Okay. Upon hearing Artem's words, you're momentarily taken aback. You really are, Sukuna. Look at all that confidence. But then you burst into laughter.
何を笑っている？
I never thought I'd hear you say something like that. Oh, is that my brother? I have to go pick him up from the airport. At 11. Okay, not him. Thank you, Mr. Wing. I realized how fortunate I am to work at Themis. Who's that one again? He's our boss. I think the lead lawyer in this lawyer firm. He is voiced by Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen. Receiving rare praise from Artem lifts your spirits. Before you can discuss case details with him, Winnie arrives at the law firm. What's it now, Winnie? What's up? She gives you a piece of key evidence on Vernon's behalf. Kitchen surveillance video. Vernon would rather this evidence not be used in court since he still holds conflicting feelings towards Pedro. Oh, right. The kitchen was like an open kitchen where the people in the kitchen and outside the kitchen can see each other. So maybe the kitchen surveillance camera caught Pedro doing the do. Shady shopkeeper. You'd ordered noodle soup, but you didn't receive any soup. You called the restaurant and the owner's arguing with you. He looks like a boss guy. He does, don't he? Okay, the boss. Pink. I think Pink is, Oh, I could have done that the whole time. Okay, then. Start. What? You need to ask Spirit what he's mad at you about. Okay, what beats Pink is the blue. You want soup, add water? Why don't you add water then? False advertising. If you're gonna file a complaint, then do it. Cut the crap. I will file a complaint. Thank you very much. The soup costs extra. Else you can eat the noodles dry. They never give me time to read my comebacks for this, for the debates. Off topic, did you see the... I did! 2027 is so far away. And now Kagurabachi is on hiatus, you know, which is good for the mangaka. All mangakas really deserve more breaks. But 2027 is so far away. I hope the anime at the very least covers until the end of the Rakuzaichi arc. Please, please. At the very least, the Rakuzaichi arc. I want to see my boy, my Hakuri. I want to see him... One, I want to see him animated. Two, I want to see all of his hype moments animated. At least, you know, that hype moment. The one where he walks down the stairs. Wednesday, court day. Yeah, Kagurabachi, another fellow Bachi bro. Sitting in the waiting room, you look at the memory card Winnie gave you with a heavy heart.
おじいさんは言ってました。
It does look good.
西原さんのアドバイスで
All of that Uma Musume money going into making the Kagurabachi anime. It's so good.
もともとはバイトがサボるのを防ぐためにつけたらしいのですが、
To keep an eye on the staff.
こんな時おじいさんはこの証拠の提出を固くなに
It's okay, motivated alpha. It's not anything too serious.
息子を自らの
It's just sticks
刑務所に
memeing, I
入れるよ
think.
うなものですから
No need to worry. Putting Pedro in prison with his own hands. The surveillance video clearly shows Pedro disassembling the dispenser and putting insecticide 330 into the tank at 7:32 on the day of the incident. Great, we have our evidence. Evidence! In the video, Pedro seems to be worried that he put in too much insecticide. He pours out some contaminated water and dilutes the tank with tap water. After that, Pedro disappears for a few minutes. He suspects he felt the water was too dilute and added more So he added insecticide and then poured some of it out and then came back and poured more in. However, this part wasn't seen by the camera or Vernon. This is why Vernon didn't clean the dispenser, even though he knew Pedro was the culprit. Akemura, my goat! I feel like it's gonna be a while though before we get to see Akemura. Would you rather... Well, no, they do like show like glimpses of him in the Rakuzaichi arc, right? So yeah, maybe we will get Akemura then. Unlimited credit at a shoe store at a gas station. Gas station, obviously. Shoes, I don't need all the time. Gas, I definitely need all the time. Pedro must have been conflicted about his actions, but his desire for monetary wealth eventually prevailed. You obtained key evidence to win the trial, but you don't feel happy about it. I do. I feel happy about this. Pedro is scum. You suddenly receive a text message from Luke. From Jake. He's on a special case, so he can't come. I wish he could see me win this trial with his own eyes. Oh, trial time already. Court day. Artem stands before the French windows and hesitates for a moment before making a call on his phone. I think French windows mean that the windows can open like doors. Like this one opens this way, that one opens that way. I think that's what it means. You can resell the gas, I guess. Vin? Candidate for what? Are you going to sell me to human traffickers? Boss? Sukuna? Come on. We're discussing work, not my personal feelings. Oh, this is what the court looks like. Dang. Looks more like a church. Civil court. 10 a.m. 開廷します。
まずは原告代理人から起訴状を朗読してください。
Prosecution is me, right? I think. Oh no, it's the other side. Howard Sider from Balder. Howard Sider.
被告人の管理不備で殺虫剤が海鮮と豆腐の煮込みの原料の泉水に混入。
Yeah, I can't really blame the people who got poisoned, you know? Like, it's fair. They have a right to sue. All he said was a base take. Go debate that with Spirit. Severe psychological trauma. I mean, I guess they would definitely be more wary about eating soup from now on. Yeah, you know what? Understandable. I can't really blame the victims in all this. 30,000. ありますか? Ah, we got glasses and a bow. Your Honor, I will be wholly representing the defendant and owner of Penny's Comfort Foods, Mr. Vernon Green, due to his poor physical health. Not punchable, purchasable items. The plaintiff is demanding compensation from Penny's Comfort Foods based on assumption that this is a case of food poisoning due to negligence. However, hey, she did the hand thing, like the one in Ace Attorney. I think Ace Attorney does that. However, this assumption is completely wrong. This case is actually a deliberate and premeditated criminal case. Mr. Green is not at fault and should not be responsible for compensatory damages.
被告人は賠償金の支払いが困難なのでしょう。だから、
I mean, that's part of it.
食品は食品安全部門が発行した自己鑑定報告書が根拠となります。
Yeah, but it wasn't validated by my special private detective friend. Objection! To be reference. This whole game is a reference to that. That report only validates the fact that the food was contaminated by a toxic substance. It does not prove intent. The true perpetrator of this crime is Mr. Pedro Brooks, a sales manager at Delicart.
弁護人、西原さんは現在本件とは無関係ですが、彼が毒を混入した証拠を提示してください。
You think I would come here without any evidence? Pah! I will present sufficient evidence to the court, and I ask that Mr. Brooks be called to the stand.
許可します。
Oh, Mr. Pedro is already here.
提してください。
Shite kudasai.
あの
Objection.
追い詰められて頭がおかしくなってるんだ。
西原さんの言葉遣いは褒められたものではありませんが、
西原さん。
弁護人は我々の注意をそらしたい。
Smoke and mirrors. According to the FSB's incident report, the affected customers had ingested toxic insecticide chemicals resulting in abdominal pain and diarrhea. Oh my god, so many complicated English words. However, Mr. Green had instructed his employees to purchase Bug Out, which is an insecticide that is not toxic to humans.
それは諏訪さんの一方的な言い分だ。それに個人的に有害な薬品を
And this sounds like Dio. Zawardo! Jojo. I only know the references and the memes. I don't know what the story's about. Is that Dio? I don't know. It could be. Objection. His words can't be substantiated. The poisoning insecticide was purchased by Mr. Brooks. The evidence is... not the report, not the medical report, water dispenser. Can I present multiple evidence? Surveillance, audio recording, smart lock, insecticide receipt. Powder and receipt. Oh, this is for Bug Out. This is for 330. Ding! A receipt for the professional grade insecticide 330 was found inside the restaurant. Insecticide 330 is harmful to humans. While it's not lethal, it causes abdominal pain and diarrhea. These symptoms match what the FSB said in their incident report. The payment account numbers shown on the receipt match Mr. Brooks's personal bank account number.
そんなの当てずっぽうだ。レシートには口座番号の一部しか表示されてないのに、なぜ俺の口座だとわかる？
Well, show me your bank account number now. Present fingerprints. Info from Vernon's account records. The partial account number matches the account number you gave Mr. Green when he was financially supporting you during college.
偶然末尾の4桁が一緒なだけだ。
Can't prove that's my account number. That's true. Don't go scratching your head. Don't show weakness in court. I have to show other evidence.
そんなの当てずっぽうだ。レシートには口座番号の一部しか表示されてないのに、なぜ俺の口座だと
Fingerprints on the receipt. Intentional contamination constitutes a criminal case. As long as the evidence is shared with the prosecution, it is a simple matter to identify the account owner. Additionally, your fingerprints were found on the receipt. Mr. Brooks, please explain this!
それは仮に俺が買ったものだとしても、俺が殺虫剤を入れた証拠にはならない。
Oh, now you admit that it was bought by you with your bank account number.
殺虫剤は自宅用に買ったんだ。それをジジイの店に営業に行った時に落とした。それの何がおかしい？
So you're using very toxic insecticide for your home place? Okay. I'll have a cheeseburger and fries. That's my order. When did you visit Mr. Green?
もちろん事件が起きた後だ。
Yeah, that would be me in court. I would have no idea what I'm doing. Order? Okay, cheeseburger and fries.
ジジイのトラブルを解決してやろうと思ってな。けどあの主戦度は金のために青い食堂の名誉を捨てたんだ。
Penny pincher, you asked the man for $4,500 a month. I would be a penny pincher in that case.
さんとの和解を試みましたが、彼が賠償金を払えないというので、こうして裁判になった。
He refused because he was protecting Pedro, and now he doesn't want to protect Pedro. Mr. Cider, your clients attempted to extort Mr. Green for a compensation value that far exceeded the legal limit. Of course my client would not pay. Mr. Brooks, you did indeed visit Mr. Green at his restaurant, but not only after the incident. Pedro went to the restaurant before the incident and had the chance to poison the water. The evidence is... water... insecticide, front door surveillance, audio recording. Okay, front door surveillance video. CCTV footage shows that on the morning of the incident, you entered Penny's Comfort Foods at 7:28 a.m. and left at 7:43 a.m. The footage also shows that the water was delivered at 6 a.m. and Mr. Green and the caretaker were buying ingredients between 6:30 and 8 a.m. But the server started work at 9 a.m. While you were at the restaurant, no one else was present, and the spring water had already been delivered. Can you explain what you were doing there? Why would you be alone in an empty restaurant for 15 minutes?
俺は諏訪に上級プランを勧めに来たんだ。でもいなかったから店内で少し待たせてもらった。けど15分経っても戻ってこないから諦めて帰ったんだ。
裁判官、西原さんの説明は合理的だと考えます。
That's your honor in Japanese.
彼はただの勤勉なセールスマネージャーで、
Sales manager.
と奔走して社会のために奉仕しています。
Objection. Objection. He works hard, but not in an ethical manner. The evidence that proves Mr. Brooks poisoned the spring water is... water dispenser, front door, audio recording. Water dispenser for water tanks. Where's the... How do I... Why would I check it again? Mr. Brooks poisoned. Where's the one that shows that he poisoned the surveillance from the kitchen? Is there no way for me to get more evidence here? Okay. This one? Mr. Brooks, you did not idly wait during those 15 minutes at the restaurant. Who's the good guy and the bad guy? The people who aren't me. The male characters are the bad guys right now. A large amount of insecticide 330 residue was found inside the water dispenser, and your fingerprints were present as well. How do you explain this?
俺は喉が渇いて、それで水差しで水を汲んだんだ。
So you drank water from that was contaminated? Why were you not sent to the hospital then? Mr. Green good, Mr. Pedro bad? Yep. Then why were your fingerprints found near the internal filter? There is nothing to say. The insecticide did not contaminate the water by accident, as stated in the FSB's incident report. This is a case of intentional poisoning. Likely story. Do not lie. The water dispenser operates without any problems. I can demonstrate it here in court. The guy with the white suit or the black suit? This guy is the bad guy. The guy in the black suit is his lawyer. So, technically, the lawyer is also against us. Yeah, you're so grateful that you decided to poison his business. Ah, you are lying through your teeth to Mr. Brooks. How shameless can you be? Well, I don't have any evidence that shows that Mr. Green didn't pay for his college. No, I have not. Mr. Brooks has a motive to commit such a crime, and the evidence is... customer medical report, insecticide, front door, audio recording, Pedro's confession. Confession! Mr. Brooks, you entered the restaurant last Saturday when I was collecting evidence. You openly confessed that you are immensely pressured to meet your sales targets, and that you want Mr. Green to purchase Delacarte's premium public relations services. You would like through your heart. Never heard that before. Sounds good. If the food poisoning incident did not occur, then you would not have had a reason to convince Mr. Green to buy Delacarte's premium services, correct? Mr. Green cares not about the negative reviews written by Delacarte's ghostwriters. The positive reviews in his feedback book are worth infinitely more to him. Who stands to benefit the most from such an incident? Everything you said that day was recorded. Unexpected, no? In this recording, your tone of voice does not convey even a sliver of gratitude. You ungrateful scum!
この録音は確かに西原さんと諏訪さんの不仲を証明できますが、西原さんの犯行を証明できるものではありません。
I know, I'm getting there, Judge. Hold your horses.
ポンプ式水差しから西原さんの指紋が見つかったとおっしゃった。だが指紋は西原さんのものだけでしたか?
Okay, that's my brother. He's saying he's almost here. Alright, I'm gonna let him know I need to finish stream first. I have to pick him up from the airport. Not directly from the airport. He needs to like walk across the airport and stuff first. I asked him to wait. The fingerprints of Mr. Green and the restaurant's 2 employees were also found on the exterior of the water dispenser. However, they are in charge of the restaurant's daily operations. It's not out of the ordinary for their fingerprints to be on the dispenser. Oh, and he can object? Well, of course he can object. Micro! Hello! Oh my god, Hot Man. Hi, Micro. Welcome. I'm glad you got to see Hot Man on your screen. Some microwave.
もしそうなら、葵食堂の責任は重大です。弁護人、あなたは自分で自分の首を絞めたことになりませんか?
Not so fast, Mr. Howard Cider.
弁護人、確かに西原さんへの疑惑はありますが、彼を有罪とする決定的な証拠がありません。
Not so fast, Mr. Judge. I have more evidence. Should I show the kitchen surveillance video? Yes, you should! You look at the gallery and see both Artem and Winnie sitting there. Artem looks at you in a cool and calm manner, as if he's telling you that a lawyer's judgment should not be influenced by their feelings when in court. He's right. He's very right. However, you can't ignore Winnie's bloodshot eyes. Behind the video is an old man's internal struggles. No matter what Pedro does, Mr. Green will still regard him as a son. If Pedro's convicted, Mr. Green would be devastated. So, I should present it. I have one more piece of evidence to submit to the court. Judge is brain dead. I mean, technically, yeah, as long as there's reasonable doubt, then the judge has to, you know, say all that. But still, give me time, Judge. I have more evidence up my sleeves. Mr. Brooks, do you remember installing a hidden camera in the restaurant's kitchen for Mr. Green so he could monitor the staff? Yes, Masaka is right! Back then you studied hard to get into college and truly were grateful for what Mr. Green had done for you. Remember this, it was neither Mr. Green nor I who proved your guilt in court today, but the old Pedro who still had a conscience. You submit the kitchen surveillance video to the judge. It clearly shows Pedro putting the insecticide into the water, leaving no room for doubt. In the gallery, Vernon sighs. You don't know when he arrived. You're the one who shot yourself in the foot, Mr. Pedro. Ding! Oh. Auto? Optimize? Now we gotta debate him here too. Do you know how much pressure I'm under every day? So what? Everyone's under pressure every day. You don't see those people poisoning poisoning like 5 unrelated customers. Everyone does this kind of thing. How come I'm the only one in the wrong? Because you got caught, honestly. You just got caught. Is that a metaphor? Do they actually get shot in the foot? You know what? Sometimes I wish things weren't just metaphors. Getting shot in the foot seems a little kinder for him. I almost succeeded. Why do you have to interfere? Is this Ace Attorney but gacha? It's Ace Attorney but otome. But a harem game. Reverse harem, I think. When there's multiple guys and one girl, it's reverse harem, right? When there's only one guy and multiple girls, it's harem? I honestly forgot. Plus a bit of Ace Attorney, I guess. HP 0. He dies.
俺は追い詰められていたんだ。会社に業績アップを強要されて、同僚たちもいろんな手段を使ってるんだ。
Then you should have told the police early on. He's not wrong.
その発言は自白と受け取って問題ありませんか?
Confess!
それでは判決を言い渡します。
Guilty!
青い食堂食中毒事件について審理した結果、事件の性質に重大な変化が起きたことが認められました。よって原告の賠償請求を棄却。被告人の賠償金支払いの意思については刑事裁判終了後に再度審理します。
Oh, we still... Okay, we still have to confirm that later? Alright.
地方警察の方は直ちに西原容疑者を勾留し、法執行機関に移送してください。
ください。
どうしてこんなことを？全部あんたのせいなのに。
You're the one who did this to yourself! You're the one who poisoned his customers! Pedro tries to break away from the bailiff's grip and lunge towards Vernon in the gallery, but the bailiff holds strong. Thank you, bailiff. Both Winnie and Artem are standing up and shielding Vernon from Pedro. Seeing Pedro like this, Vernon can't help but weep.
本当に救いようのない子だ。ミールキャットになど入らなければ。
You should have stayed unemployed? Is that what you're saying, old man? Yeah, he's mad. Good on the voice actor, though. I could really hear the madness there. The rage. Vernon turns and leaves the court with Winnie's help. To be fair, the man is voiced by Sukuna. He was guaranteed to win at everything. Shinjirarenai. Alright, the judge wants to nap now. Trial 1! Defense successful! Yay! Ta-da-da-da. Ding! Okay, last one. And then I gotta go pick up my brother. My brother. One of my brothers. I have 3. Soon as after you submitted all the evidence to the prosecution, the criminal court took charge of Pedro's case. All the silky smooth hair everywhere, it's in the air. With all the conclusive evidence, he was swiftly convicted and sentenced. Mr. Green and Penny's comfort foods were found not at fault, and therefore not responsible for compensation. Pedro was liable for the victim's compensatory damages. Word has it that Pedro revealed Delicard's shady and illegal business practices in court, which led to a lawsuit against the company. And now all previous talks of investments remain just that. I won my first big case. Did you not see me, boss? Thinking about the case now reminds you of how heartbroken Vernon was. That wasn't my fault. That was all Pedro. Immersed in those somber thoughts, it takes you a while to realize that Artem is calling you. Sorry, Mr. Wing. Were you talking to me? Because I am a lawyer and I'm not a softie. That is why. Because I knew what Mr. Green really wanted wasn't to save Pedro, but for him to turn a new leaf. Mr. Green just wanted him to stay unemployed. If I withheld that video, Pedro would have never reflected on his own mistakes. He would have continued farther down this twisted path, and Delicard's crimes wouldn't have been brought to light. I wonder what happens if I chose not to show it. Would I have lost the trial? Because I can't think of anything else that would prove that Pedro was the one who, poisoned all those people. Mr. Wing, are you really praising me? Ah. You're not gonna say gambare gambare? Ardam sighs. He turns around and picks up a few blue packets from his desk. Arzen's effervescent packets. They're his, but they're not related to the case. They were probably brought back together with all the other evidence. When you left the restaurant that day, Luke had packed the evidence bag for you. He likely threw the packets in without much thought. They weren't needed during the trial, so I put them in my folder. I haven't organized it yet. Well, I can't say that his mental state is all that good. Or his physical state either, now that I think about it. When was this game made? I think it was a year after Genshin Impact, so probably 2020 or 2021. Are these things related? Winnie said that Mr. Green was diagnosed with depression and might have been caused by Pedro's chronic harassment. Thankfully, the case is over, so he can properly rest up. Soka. Artem is silent for a moment, and then suddenly changes the subject. Oh, Vin is, one of the love interests. The one voiced by Watanuki. Vin Richter. You've heard this name before. He's a widely renowned expert on psychology. They say he has focused on criminal psychology in the past 2 years and has published many papers. Many prestigious universities wanted him as a lecturer. For some reason, Vin Richter refused all of their invitations and quietly settled down in Stellis. I wanted to meet Vin for a while. Okay, good to know. You're not friends. Alright. Don't worry, I'll treat him like a business partner. Kiyotsukete. PAX President's Office. Meanwhile, at the PAX Group's headquarters, the atmosphere in the President's office is suffocating. Oh, sorry, cut you off. Mr. Von Hagen. So Mr. Von Hagen is the important one, because he's the one that gets the character design. The manager means nothing. Fancy dictionary, not a supercomputer. Not like I told you to do your homework.
今回のミスはお前らが取引先企業の信用と社会的責任の調査を軽視して投資を推し進めた結果だろう。
Okay, now it feels like you're blaming him for Delicart's crimes, which you shouldn't.
が利益を得ていなくとも悪評を捏造する会社ならパックスは投資しない。
Oh, I mean, I could support crimes, but falsifying reviews, that's where I draw the line. Von Hagen. Oh, so the Von Hagens are actually good? Hashiko karimashita. Itadakimasu. The boss man. I wonder if he's like the main antagonist for the whole game. Because they're making him seem like a bad guy, but nothing he said is actually bad so far. Bars. 面白い。
年次の高さに免じて起訴はしない。だがもうお前に用は
So I won't sue you. As long as you willingly quit. You may leave, yeah. As long as you willingly quit. I won't sue you.
潰させてもらう。
Episode end. Ta-da! And we're done. Oh, I get rewards, even though I don't think I'm gonna go back to this game. Alright, so yeah, that's Tears of Themis. Achievement, so many achievements. Tears of Themis. So, I've heard that this game, the further you play, the more depressing it gets. I don't think I'm gonna find out anytime soon. But yeah, that was pretty good. So it is kind of like Ace Attorney, reverse harem gacha game then. I wasn't expecting Kajiyuki. I wasn't expecting Sukuna and Kageyama and Watanuki. So those were very, very fun little surprises. And yeah, I'm guessing... Okay, on Monday I'm gonna go back to PTR as usual. And then if I'm not still playing... Wait, what's next? Okay, next Friday is 3rd. So 4.4 wouldn't have dropped yet by then. So next Friday, I think I want to go back to that Chinese game that I played. What was it called? Road to Empress. One, because that game is already finished and it's kind of short. So I want to be able to finish it. And also, it's so much fun. Like, I don't... So, Mike, that game, it's... kind of a choose your own adventure game, and the whole game is acted out by real people, real actors and stuff. So I want to be able to finish that game first, I think, before I go play another new game. It's just the acting is so much fun. It's so wild. The plot is also like so wild. I want to finish that because it's already, you know, the main story is already over anyway. So I think I'll be able to finish it with 2 or 3 streams, hopefully. So yeah, you like games like that? Good. Good, good. Oh, I didn't notice. There's a little Kajiyuki there. Is it an otome? Technically, it's not an otome game, I don't think. I mean, there are love interests in the game for the main character, but it's based on real-life events, on a real-life Chinese empress. So, you know, I think any love interest she gets are like her canonical, historical love interests. So it's not exactly like an otome game. What's that? It's the... I think it's easier if I just showed you. I'll show you guys next Friday. That was one of the games that I tried that I really liked. So I really want to go back to it and at least, you know, finish the first game. Apparently, they already have a sequel out. I don't know if I'll ever do the sequel on stream, but I want to at least finish the first game on stream. So we're doing that on next Friday. And yeah, on Monday, we're just going back to PTR. We're gonna do chapter 15 on PTR. So yeah, that should be that. Alright, now I gotta go leave for the airport to go pick up my brother. So in the meantime, Mike, Kashiki, Spirit, Motivated Alpha, if you guys are still there, thank you again for joining me. Micro, if you're still there too, thank you again for joining me tonight. I hope you all have a good weekend. I hope you all have a good rest of your day, rest of your night. I hope you all take good care of yourselves. Until next time, okay, everyone, take care. Thank you again so much. Thank you, Micro. Careful drive. Okay, I will drive carefully. Bye-bye. Thank you again, guys. Thank you. Bye. Take care. Thanks again for dropping by. See you. Bye for now. Not tomorrow. Monday. Bye. Bye-bye. See you. Thank you, everyone. Bye.